The Illusory Wall. Even though this game is the first one I'll be talking about on this list, I have to say I could still recommend this game to an avid puzzle solver. The Illusory Wall has no story as such, but features you as a cuboid entity collecting red squares which unlock some kind of door. The puzzles to get said red squares often require you to adjust your game angle in some way, and the fact that it isn't instantly obvious how you fulfill each puzzle's requirements makes the game worthwhile and rewarding. Having said this, the game is very abstract and there may be a limited number of puzzles available to solve. The game itself isn't too catching to the eye either. I find that if the cuboid background was replaced with some more colourful and artistic features, then it would look more interesting to play. But overall, the Illusory Wall promises to give your mind a few tricky teasers. Midnight Spooks, the photo. I am a huge fan of the Midnight Spooks games, a series made by Carmel Games. Midnight Spooks the Photo, or Midnight Spooks 2, is another puzzle game, although compared to the last entry, the puzzles are less intricate. The story goes, a pair of friends visit a mystic shop similar to the shop seen in the previous game. One of the pair is interested in a photo of a girl, and the shopkeeper agrees he'll give up the photo if you can open a chest for him. To open said chest, there are various puzzles and objects in the shop which will eventually lead to the chest combination. The puzzles are relatively unrealistic, including the last puzzle where the chest combination turns out to be literally in the stars, but the gameplay is charming nonetheless. If you're good with your puzzles, the game will take 20 minutes at the most. I think it's a game worth playing, despite a cheesy twist at the end as well, but the enjoyment of the game will be short-lived. Madcap Castle. As platformers go, you normally find that they can be rather tedious and easily missable. Although Madcap Castle is currently a demo game, I find despite being a platformer it is excellently designed and ambitious. There's no story as such, but the idea is you have to travel through various rooms at a castle. Each room has a puzzle for you to solve, which sometimes contains enemies, power-up spells and obstacles. The areas aren't incredibly hard or difficult to get through, but the 8-bit graphics and music is well designed and appealing to look at. The demo is definitely worth a try, and although the full release isn't available yet, it is something I look forward to seeing. Alter Army. Though the gameplay is rather simplistic, Alter Army is a well-designed hack-and-slash early access prototype. There is no story yet, but so far the game features you in a forest, where you must overcome waves of enemies to progress to the next area. The in-game combat is a simple 3-button system, where you can slash, use energy attacks, and dash to and fro enemies. It is a pretty looking RPG, and certainly one which can be a challenging pursuit. However, I find that the gameplay tends to be repetitive. At the moment there isn't much more to do than find an orb, attack enemies, rinse and repeat. If I had to comment on improvements, then I'd say this game needs a few boss battles, and could benefit from a skill tree to keep players interested in improving themselves. But the game is still in its early stages, so there may be other surprises we can expect from Alter Army. Robot Wants Ice Cream. I had an issue wondering whether Robot Wants Ice Cream or Alter Army deserved to be in second place. I chose Robot Wants Ice Cream because despite irritatingly 8-bit music, the gameplay contains features I wanted from Alter Army, including boss battles, difficulty levels, and a loosely structured skill tree. A robot and a dog are sent to a planet to look for ice cream, however find that the ice cream planet has been invaded by other robots. It is up to you as the player to find the ice cream this robot so desperately seeks, hence the name of the game. When you first arrive on the planet, you find that your robot has no weapons or abilities, because you must find them via power-ups. The more power-ups you obtain, the more skills you have, and collecting a power-up you already have will increase that ability's power. The game is adventurous, and when I was personally playing this, I struggled to put the game down because I was enjoying it so much. My only issue is the music scores featured in the game, but other than that I totally recommend having a go completing this adventure. Kinseed. There's an important lesson for game designers that I feel like Kinseed can teach. When designing a game, what could you add to make your game stand out from other RPGs? Jobs? Festivals? Families? From the beginning, Kinseed addressed it was incomplete. However, it also addressed ambitious ideas which made me instantly admire the game. At the moment, however, there isn't any direct plot. You start as an unnamed adventurer, and you are given tasks such as feeding your pets and planting harvest. It sounds mundane, but the beauty of Kinseed is that the world isn't just beautiful to look at, it's also mysterious and invites you to personally get to know the world map. Even though not much has been implemented yet, there is already a collectible system, day and night transitions, and altars where you can make offerings for item bonuses. The alpha is already an example of what a Game Jolt game should be, and if executed correctly, Kinseed could be an amazing experience for even the most elite players. Therefore, Game of the Week is Kinseed.